Hi, how are you today? This is a really very important program, financial money for your business. Let me ask you, if you have a business and you want to expand your business, this information that we're going to give you today is very, very important. Stay tuned to the information that we're going to do that. If you are a person that is starting a business, that want to get started with a business, this is the right place for you as well. Is stay tuned for the right information so you can get started right on your next venture, your next business. And if you're a person that do not have a business and you don't want to start a business, but you know people, you know family members or friends that have businesses, this information is very important for them. So stay tuned so you can see and you can give that information to those people, okay? Now, my name is Roberto Saldivar, and I am here today with the EVC group, and we are going to give you information. So I have a really special guest today. So we have Mr. Cesar Sainz here with us, and he is going to be talking about the importance of your business or how to grow your business, okay? So stay tuned. Get a pencil, get a piece of paper, because the information we're going to give you is fantastic for your business. Now, let me ask you this. As soon as you start hearing what you need to hear about financial in your business, give us a call. The number is right on the screen, 956-309-2871. Give us a text message. Give us a WhatsApp message. It works very well for us, and that way we can set up an appointment with you. Welcome to the EVC channel, and you're part of the group. I just want to get you as a special guest and tell us a little bit about yourself, Cesar.
Well, thank you, Robert, and of course, everybody, appreciate for you having me here. But yes, we are in the financial industry. We are sharing a lot of valuable information and educating a lot of business owners, Robert, to be able to take advantage of the actual opportunities, in the finance space, where a lot of people are looking for working capital. A lot of businesses right now were created in the last 2 years. Okay, after the pandemic hit, we have a lot of new businesses that were started. But unfortunately, they were not started properly, Robert. So we are seeing a lot of this, be fairly common, where they're not, educated in how to actually run the business properly or how to acquire funds properly. And that's why we're here. We want to make sure that we give you guys all the options that are out there, including with, loans, lines of credit, credit cards, grants, everything that can help you, right now expand your business and actually learn how to leverage it, right? How to make sure you work with the bank's money, not just work with your money. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that we have. But right now, like I said, we are educating everybody. We do have seminars that we can be putting you guys in contact so that you guys can go and attend, so that we can share some of more levels or separate levels of finance that we know and we have to explain a little bit more in detail, so that you guys can see the benefit of this. But yes, Robert, we're here with everything, good intentions to help everybody out.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Thank you, Cesar. Well, let's get started. Let's get started with our first subject. One of the big things for people that have a business and they have employees or had employees during the pandemic, 2019, 2020, the government has a really good program. I want Cesar to explain it to us a little bit. It's called the ERC, right? Tell us about it.
That's correct, Robert. Yes, guys. The ERC is the Employment Retention Credit, which we are also currently helping a lot of businesses qualify. We got to see, if you can pre-qualify. But this is a grant. This is free money. In other words, Robert, you don't have to pay this back like a loan. It is a credit because you didn't let go of your employees. And this will work for businesses, any business that has W-2 employees, Robert, okay? Doesn't work with anybody that's paying 1099s. And it is, like I said, a credit just because you didn't let go of your employees during the pandemic. And so the government didn't have to pay, let's say, unemployment for that. So they are coming back with these credits. And every employee, they can get up to or receive up to $26,000, depending on what kind of industry, depending on what kind of job they have, as a tax credit. And so again, if you have 10 employees, there could be a possibility of you possibly making or getting $260,000 in these funds. Okay, so again, you have a bigger business than that, and you're also paying them with W-2s. Then we have to look and see how much you can get pre-qualified for. But this is something that I believe every business should take advantage of. These are free funds out there right now, and we can help you get those. We can help.
Definitely. Well, imagine this now: if you have a business, an electrical business, a plumbing business, a construction company, a home health, a transportation business, and you pay your employees W-2s, then you have a chance to collect up to $26,000 on this ERC program. What does that mean? It means if you happen to have 10 employees and you collect the maximum, it would be about $260,000, Cesar. Mm-hmm. And then we have another company that has 100 employees in home health, and they can collect up to $2.6 million free money, grant money that you can use to expand your business. So how many employees do you have in your company? So that's one of the programs that we have. What is it that you have to do is just give us a call, 956-309-2871. Give us a message, send us a message, a text message or a WhatsApp message. We're going to make an appointment with you either on Zoom or in person in our McAllen office. Correct. EBC Group, it's all over the valley, from all the way from Brownsville to Laredo. So you're welcome to come into our office. Let's set up an appointment, or let's go ahead and set up a Zoom appointment. We do a lot of Zoom appointments for people that work or they live in and have their business in different cities along the Rio Grande Valley. Okay, so definitely is one huge, big help for your business. Let us talk to you about a second program that we have, access to capital. If you have a small business, a home-based business, a small business, or a bigger, medium-sized business, you have access to capital. So let's talk a little bit about that, Cesar. How does that work, and what is important for a business to have as far as getting capital in business lines of credit?
Of course, it's very, very important to be able to understand that business credit, is 10, 20 times X more powerful than just using your personal credit. It comes to, understanding what kind of industry you're in and making sure that you start, with history, and you start leveraging, your loans, your lines of credit, and your credit cards, because that's something that doesn't report on your personal. And so in the industry of the credit, you do have to have good personal credit as an owner, Robert, to be able to qualify so that your business can start creating its own business credit. But there has to be somebody that can back it up. And so that's a lot of the stuff that I teach and that we talk about, me and Robert, at the office. We have to make sure that we structure you correctly so that you're able to qualify, and you can actually increase the business credit to an 80 plus. And business credit is a little bit different on the scores. It's from 0 to 100, as where personal credit has to be from 350 to 850. But once you have a Paydex score of Duns & Bradstreet of 80 plus, then you're very, very fundable. All right, and that's where all these funds can be acquired. But we need to know exactly what you need. A lot of people just look for loans, but sometimes the loans are not the best, service or the ideal thing to get. I prefer credit cards 0%, Robert, and as you know that I have a lot of credit cards, and the credit cards are very important for me because they give you returns and rewards. Okay, so every time that I'm already spending my money, I'm getting rewarded for the same purchase, the same expenses, paying my employees, anything that I do, Robert, and everybody here watching, I make sure that it's through my credit card and not a Visa debit. Okay, a lot of people confuse those things, Robert. They think that just because you have an actual Visa debit from your bank, that is a Visa card. No, that is a debit card that's linked to your checking account. So you are not gonna get rewards by you making the same purchases with that card. I'm talking about Visas that give you a cashback rewards, the American Express that give you points, the MasterCards, the Discover that give you rewards when you're spending that money. And again, Robert, those rewards are non-taxable. Okay, we do not pay taxes on that money. So if at the end of the year, with the same spending that you could do, in the same things that you're already buying, you can have an extra $5, $10, $15,000 in rewards, so you can travel for free, get the hotels, get the destination, everything under the rewards, then that's something that didn't come out of your pocket. And as business owners, we're always looking to minimize, of course, for the taxes, but this is something that I always tell people. It's kind of like you getting an income tax back. So a lot of us business owners, we don't receive money back.
Yes.
We have to pay, and that's another thing that we later on have to bring to the table and educate people on how to make sure that the taxes are done properly so that you can have that growth that you're looking for. But these rewards are the same. For me, they're like if I'm getting money back at the end of the year for the same things that I've already spent on. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So what is Cesar saying is that we do have some seminars, information that is very important for you to have, for you to expand, to learn how to expand your business, to have lines of credit, how important it is for you to understand the difference between good debt and bad debt, how important it is for you to leverage your taxes that you pay in order for you to get access to more capital, to more money, to more lines of credit, to more credit cards. And the plus benefits that he is talking about is that you can get cash back, you can get points. At the end of the year, you can get in an excess of $10,000, $15,000 that you can use it, tax-free money that you can use for your vacations or whatever you want to do during the year with that money, okay? So yes, we do have seminars. That's why it's important for you to call us, to give us a call, drop us a message on WhatsApp, on text message, 956-309-2871. We're going to give you more information about our seminars. We're going to give you more information about how we can actually help you with your business, okay? So we have different programs. One of the big things, Cesar, that we are always encouraging people is how important it is credit. Very, very important. Out of 10 people in the Valley, 7 or 8 need help with their credit. So I tell people that you are either on the repair area, or you're on the preparing area, okay? And that's very important for you to distinguish where you need to be in order for you to move up on your business, on your personal credit and your business credit. It's very important, both of them. Business credit is like 20 times more powerful than your personal credit. And so you need to understand. So what is it that we do? We do seminars about that, and we're gonna show you how you can actually repair your own credit. We have a seminar for that, or we have the service to help you have a second chance at having better credit, and at that point you can actually do fantastic things with lines of credit, access to cash, and all that. Give us a little bit of your history, because I tell you what, every time you talk to us about that, I know there is a bunch of people, a lot of people here in the Valley that have had passed through the same thing. Okay, tell us a little bit about how you started with credit.
Sure. I relate with a lot of people as well, Robert. I mean, I didn't know anything, when I was young about credit. My parents didn't educate me on it. I know that the school system didn't talk to us about finances as well. And so I made a lot of the mistakes early on. When I graduated, my mom actually wanted me to get her 3 credit cards out. I remember they were from Lowe's, Home Depot, and Best Buy to remodel the house. This was back in 2006, 2007 when I had graduated. And unfortunately, they were also bad with the light companies, the DirecTV companies.
With everyone.
With everybody, the cell phone companies. So they actually added my name, and I was the one that actually got those, on my report.
Those services.
Those services now for them. Because like I said, they were already burned with everybody else. And so fast forward a year, 2 years, 2008 happened. So my mom, with the housing bubble and the economy, crashing and collapsing, she lost her job, so she couldn't pay those credit cards that I had gotten out for her. And there were about $9,000 worth of debt, So I didn't understand the importance, so I didn't pay those accounts, so I let them go. Something that my mom told me, it's like, hey, don't worry, they don't do nothing to you, right? And just let them go, right? Don't pay them. Well, yeah, it's true, they might not come for you, they might not put you in jail for owing this money, but the thing is that the doors were closed, Robert. I could not have access to my own loans, my own lines of credit, my own credit cards. When I wanted to get a car, they were always needing a co-signer, and so they were already bad with their credit, so nobody could co-sign for me. So it didn't really change until I went for my house when I was 22, 23 years old, which is about 4 or 5 years, and those collections already, hindered me and had affected me in that way, that when I went to get my house, the banker told me, he's like, well, everything's good. You have the 2 years of work history, you have the down payment, the 2 months of, bank statements that we need, plus the check stubs. It's just that your score is at a 485. We need you at least at a 580 credit score to be able to get a pre-qualification for you. And I asked, well, what's the next step? What do I need to do? And that's when he said, well, go get your credit repaired and come back once you have your scores, elevated. And I did that. I went out and I looked for a company and they repaired my credit. Okay. It was around $1,500. I paid it because of the need, right, of that point that I needed. And they told me 3 to 6 months to start seeing some changes. And thank God that my credit score within about 2 months, 60 days, was actually, improved. They were able to remove those collections. And it went from a 485 to a 735, Robert. And at that point, that person that helped me said, hey, I need to get you some credit cards because you have a thin file. You already removed these old accounts, so you don't really have anything besides these small accounts on your file. We need to get you some good credit cards. And they applied me for 3 credit cards, and there were the Amex, American Express, the Discover, and Visa cards that give you rewards at 0%, guys, 0%, for the whole year, 12 months, 14 months. And they were able to approve me for about $18,000. And I was like, wow. I mean, now I have $18,000 of free money pretty much for me because there's no interest on this. And the person suggested is like, hey, you need to put these money or this credit to work for you instead of you working for your credit. Don't be a consumer. And that's when everything kind of changed for me, where I started understanding that credit is a tool. Credit needs to be leveraged. Most of us were consumers, Robert. So what we do is when we get a credit card for, let's say, $5,000, we go and we buy, clothes. We go and we buy furniture. We go and buy, stuff that we don't need per se. And that stuff doesn't make us any money. So we're stuck now paying that credit card back. And then when interest hits, that's when we start having problems. We get into that rat race where we don't know how to get out because now we have 2 or 3 credit cards with high interest, and now most of the payments are going into that. And so again, our education, as me and Robert there at the EBC office with the EBC team, we're looking to show that kind of knowledge. We are looking to educate everybody to understand how credit cards work, how interest works, and not to make those mistakes. See, I put my credit cards to work for me. So my credit cards are in what I call and what we teach is good debt. Even though I have to pay my credit cards, I have investments where I put that money from the credit cards to work for us, where I can pay with the investment money that I make every month. I can pay the credit cards off, and it still makes me some kind of return. So those are the things that we want to make sure that we educate on and make sure we're, able to share and make sure that we duplicate that system with others so that they can also take benefits from these, Robert, these opportunities.
Definitely. Don't be so shy. Some kind of return is thousands of dollars, guys. It's thousands of dollars. So you can do the same. We're ready. We're actually doing seminars to help you understand these new concepts. And they might be new to you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's only 5% of the people understand these concepts and do these concepts. So these talks is for you to wake up in the valley and make the money work for you, make the lines of credit work for you, make the credit cards work for you. So that's why it's important for us to give you this information, because we're looking for a few good people, that have businesses, for a few good people that want to get started having a business. Those are the people that are willing to educate themselves about how credit works, how you can actually make money work for you. Okay, it's only 5% of the people. Now you know the information. Now is about time to take action. So what is it that you need to do? Is give us a call. Give us a call, 956-309-2871. We're going to show you that. One of the big things that we are going to be, thank you for staying in here. One of the big things that a lot of people don't know about it, Cesar, here in the Valley. I'm going to give you an example of what's happening. And I had a person yesterday that came in to me and says, I have a business and I'm making $1 million a year in my business. So I said to them, okay, so what is your expenses? He says, my expenses are $800,000. What that means is like he's actually been able to profit $200,000. So here is the information, guys. Here is the difference. Here is what 5% of the people know. So pay attention to this, because this can change your financial life in your business and your family business as well. If you have a family and you said, I want to change this, Robert, you can do so. Here is the difference. Usually we work to get money. And what do we do with the money? We spend the money, right? We make the payments of the house, the cars, everything, okay? Now, let me tell you one thing. A lot of people do that. 95% of the people in the Valley do that. And one of the big questions that I do ask is, hey, how much money did you make? Oh, I made $100,000. Oh, wow. And I ask, where's the money? So most of them, almost all of them says, I don't know, I spend it, right? All right, so here's the concept, guys. Pay attention to this. Write it if you want, but give us a call on this because we're going to be very, very specific. You can work to make the money, okay? You're going to spend the money, but you're also going to keep the money. In this case, I told this example of this gentleman, I said, you know what? I know you're making $1 million. I know you're spending $800,000 to pay your employees and everything. How good if I can show you a way for you to do that, plus keep your $1 million. How would you like that? How would you like to keep your $1 million? Spend what you need to spend, but still keep your $1 million on your business. If you do that for the next 5 to 7 years, you created a bank of $7 to $10 million. That is going to be a powerful bank for you, for your business. So we can actually talk to you about that, how we can actually help you have or create your own bank, okay? It's a concept. It's a big concept that about only 5% of the people are doing it, and they're taking advantage of how actually structure that way so they can get their money, keep the money, and spend the money and keep the money, okay? All right, so the number to call, 956-309-2871. Give us a call, send us a text message, send us a WhatsApp, send us a phone call. Sometimes we answer the phone because we're so busy, but let's make an appointment. Let's work together. Let's see where you're at with your business, what kind of business you have, and we're going to find the best or the most avenues that we can to help you grow your business, expand your business this year. This same year, we can do that for you. Give us a call.
Yes.
One few last words, Cesar?
No, you hit it right on the head there on the nail, Robert. I mean, we're helping a lot of businesses right now with this information, with this education here in the Valley. We want to see you guys expand. We want to see you guys grow. So just reach out to the numbers there on the screen, 956-309-2871. Schedule your appointment, and it's going to be something here local in the area. We have our office in McAllen, and we can sit down and then one-on-one see what you have, what you need, which kind of direction we have to move forward. But we're here to help in whatever way we can. So just contact us and let us know, guys. Okay?
Definitely. My name is Roberto Saldivar. We are here, Cesar Science and Roberto Saldivar from the EBC Group. We're here in McAllen, Texas. We have local offices. We're helping people all the way from Brownsville, all the way to Laredo. So if you're a business that you are between this area, the Rio Grande Valley, we're ready to help out, strategize your financial gains, your financial future in your business and your personal life. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time at the EBC channel. There.